Now, your forecast first.
Hi everyone, this is Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer from the 13 First Alert Storm Center. A little less rain, a lot more heat today, and currently sitting at 87 degrees in Panama City. Under mostly sunny skies, a high humidity and a fairly strong southerly wind. We've seen just a couple of showers popping up late this afternoon, the strongest of which from Bristol up to about Chattahoochee and Sneads, from Liberty and Jackson County. The rest of the Panhandle fairly free of rain. Warm weather, upper 80s to low 90s right now as we head into your evening. Your forecast planner, a stray shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures stay in the 80s and really don't cool off a whole lot tonight. In fact, it's going to be very warm and muggy through the early morning hours of your Saturday. So the rain and storm threat goes down. The heat builds and getting hotter. And a couple of tropical issues to talk about. We'll do just that in just a couple of minutes. News 13 Live at 5 starts right now.
Live from historic downtown Panama City and serving all of Northwest Florida. This is News 13 Live at 5.
Welcome to News 13 Live at 5. I'm Jerry Brown.
And I'm Amy Hoyt. If you attend Bay County Commission meetings, you will soon notice added security. Starting Tuesday, new measures will be put in place to help protect everyone in attendance.
News 13's Russell Jones spoke with county officials about the changes. Russell, it may take a bit longer to get into the next meeting.
That's right, Jerry. There may be a line when entering the meeting, but Bay County says it's a small price to pay to make sure the public is safe. Bay County Commission hold a public meeting on the first and third Tuesday of every month. Security guards will be equipped with metal wands and will search all bags brought into the meeting. County officials say there is no specific reason for the added measure. However, the increased security comes after commissioners found out about a man who regularly attends the meeting was arrested at Tyndall Air Force Base for carrying a concealed weapon.
It's certainly not without precedent that there have been problems in Bay County in the past, and so we just want to, take any measures that are necessary to make sure that we don't have any problems at all, and that everybody can come to the board meetings and conduct their business with the County Commission and feel safe and secure and comfortable in doing that.
Along with the added security to entering the meeting, they also put a new podium in place that's much smaller and will allow authorities to have full view of anyone that's addressing the commission.
Russell Jones reporting today. Thank you, Russell. A new bill signed Wednesday by Governor Scott is now causing a lot of controversy, both locally and across the state. News 13's Larissa Scott has more. Larissa?
Jerry, it's called Bill HB 633, and it will require women to wait 24 hours before they can get an abortion. It adds to a pre-existing bill which makes healthcare providers first give women information about risks relating to abortion. Under this new bill, information has to be given to women in person at least 24 hours before physicians perform the procedure. This bill does have an exception for those women who are victims of rape, domestic violence, incest, or human trafficking. However, in those cases, the women can only have 24-hour waiting periods waived if they provide proof, like police reports or medical records. Organizations like the American Civil Liberties Union and the Center for Reproductive Rights filed a lawsuit against the state of Florida, asking the court to block this new law, saying it will delay a woman's abortion and force her to make an additional unnecessary trip. But Jackie Smithwick from the Pregnancy Resource Center says this isn't about the woman's right.
The child's rights are being upheld, and not even upheld as much as they should be, but they are being upheld. They are slowly getting there, getting back to where people are realizing that the baby in the womb is alive and it's a real person.
The bill will go into effect July 1st.
Larissa Scott tonight, thank you. With summer comes increased traffic along some of the area's busiest highways, especially in Walton County. Highways 331 and 98 see a lot of cars around this time of year, and with them comes accidents. News 13's Maggie Solomon spoke with the Walton County Sheriff's Office. She joins us tonight. Maggie, 331 and 98 have tripled the amount of accidents other highways in Walton County have.
They are dangerous areas, Amy, and the Walton County Sheriff's Office is stepping up enforcement through a special campaign. Now that campaign is called Operation Safe Travels. The Sheriff's Office is partnering with the Florida Highway Patrol and South Walton Fire District to make sure drivers are getting to and from their destinations safely. Since January, nearly 300 accidents have happened on Highway 98 and around 130 on Highway 331. Some of the causes, speeding, especially near the construction zones along 331, reckless driving, the list just goes on and on. It's a problem that Chief Deputy A.J. Smith tells me he's spotted on his regular drive to work and realized something needed to be done.
Construction has been going on here. I think that contributes to some of the issues because our roads are under construction and people have to use extra caution when they're going through these areas, and they're not. And those are some of the things we're wanting to educate folks and let them know, don't do it. It's only going to take you 10 or 15 more minutes to get to the beach.
Now, as for when that campaign is going to wrap up, the sheriff's office tells me they'll continue it until they see a significant decrease in accidents along those two highways.
Maggie Solomon tonight. Thanks, Maggie. The fire departments in Springfield and Callaway are the new owners of new equipment to use when dealing with life-threatening situations. News 13's Tiffany Jackson got an up-close look at firefighters training with that new equipment today. Tiffany.
Amy, the sun was beaming down on the firefighters outside in their heavy gear, but they weren't too concerned with the heat. They were busy learning how to use their new equipment to help them save lives. These bags may not look like much at first, but put them under a car or truck, fill them with air, and they will lift literally tons. They're called high-pressure lift bags. Each department has one set of bags which can individually lift one side of a vehicle, but working together, Springfield and Callaway can lift an entire car at one time. They brought in a technical rescue specialist to show them how to safely and quickly use the bags in an emergency, quickly being the key word.
If a fire department is well trained with the Vetter lift bags, fire departments can effectively make a lift within 3 or 4 minutes of arrival.
Death situation, just a few minutes means everything. At 6, I'll give you a more in-depth look at the powerful bags.
Talk to you next hour. Thank you, Tiffany. Sticking with fire departments, the Bonifay Fire and Rescue team works to raise money for new uniforms. This week, they reached out for help with the cost. News 13's Megan Gannon was in Bonifay visiting the fire department there and has more on the story for us right now. Megan?
Jerry, the Bonifay Fire Department reached out to the City Council for help with the new uniforms, and their prayers have been answered. At Monday's City Council meeting, the council voted unanimously to pay the rest of their bill for the new uniforms. Bonifay Fire and Rescue last bought new uniforms back in 2006, and the total cost for all 11 uniforms is a little under $32,000. With over $12,000 raised through their GoFundMe account and recent boot drive on Memorial Weekend, the fire department asked the city to pay the rest of the $19,000, which the city is gladly doing.
These old uniforms that they had, the fabric is wore out on it and the heat goes through it, and you just can't ask a fireman to go into a house like that. They need good equipment to do their job, and they do a wonderful job for us.
Now, Councilman Woodham told me that they are reaching out to a local bank to help pay for the rest of the bill, and they're also talking to the county to see if they'll help pay as well.
A longtime Bay County businessman is remembered for his love of country music and his family. We'll talk to Wayne Rader's son in this week's One-on-One.
Well, showers and storms still cover a good portion of the Gulf Coast region. The Panhandle got off a bit of a break today. Will that continue into the weekend? That forecast next here on News 13, live at 5.
You're watching WMBB with Amy Hoyt, Jerry Brown, Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer, and Sports with Chris Marchand. This is News 13, live at 5.